everybody. Welcome to BNI Now. I am your guest host, taking the place of Rick Gutierrez today. I totally just butchered his name. Sorry about that, Rick. So for those that might not recognize me, I'm Sherman, the host of the Biz Talk with Sherman. You can catch me on Wednesdays live here at the NowMedia studio. As a reminder, folks, we have now finalized negotiations NowMedia with acquiring Channel 21. So soon we'll be coming at you not only via the airwaves, but also right into the old house in the old traditional television. So we're really excited about that. So BNI, for those of you that are familiar with this organization, is just doing some great things and helping their members grow. And one of the great things that they've started up here and partnering up with NowMedia is the NowMedia Now, and interviewing some of the great people that belong to BNI. And so super happy to have Max Lopez onto the show. Welcome to BNI Now, Max.
Well, thank you, Sherman. It's good to see you.
All right. So Max and I have known each other in the business community here in Houston. He and I typically would run each other at various networking events. And so,
Yes.
Max, some people might not be able to see your logo there, the Allstate. Tell us a little bit about what you do over there at Allstate.
Well, what I do with Allstate is I have kind of a unique position within the Allstate organization. I work with the individual Allstate agency owners. In fact, I work with 5 different agencies throughout the Houston area, and what I do is I provide the life insurance services. I talk to their clients about complex issues like deferred compensation. I talk to them about estate planning and the more complex forms that life insurance takes form of, and then of course retirement planning. There are a lot of a lot of business owners that work with the agency owners that haven't had access to the kinds of services that we can now provide through what I do. And it's been an exciting ride. I joined in April of this year, and it's been awesome. In fact, I'm even going to expand my agency by adding my younger son first of the year.
Oh, very exciting. So let's talk a little bit about, number one, you're in BNI. You go to 5 different agencies and kind of help them and be really a specialist there. What first chapter do you belong to here at BNI here in the greater Houston area?
Because my main agency is in Katy, I belong to the Cinco Ranch Katy chapter, and it's a growing chapter. I think we're up to 17 members now. I happen to be the visitor host for the particular chapter, which means that I get to talk to new people that are considering BNI. I answer their questions, and I get to follow up with them and kind of keep them on the journey to finding the right chapter for them. Even hopefully it's ours, but there are a lot of chapters out there, and I'm happy to be part of that.
That's wonderful. And so with your unique role there within Allstate, what role do you play there, or seat do you fill at that BNI there in Cinco Ranch?
Well, Cinco Ranch, the seat that I fill is the life insurance disability insurance chair. So I work specifically in the life insurance and disability, mostly with business owners as well as some individual who have left the world of W-2 and are now their own boss.
Gotcha. And so what's unique, a lot of people are familiar with the ads on Allstate, you're in good hands with Allstate, really
Right.
typically thinking about that property or casualty insurance, that auto and home being protected. But it sounds like you're a little bit unique in that you're coming at more from a business angle perspective and also can help on the financial advising side.
Right. In fact, one of the things I did here recently that my position allowed me to do is in talking to a business owner who's been very successful 4 years. He's got a lot of things going for him, and he was contributing maybe $5,000-6,000 a year to an IRA plan, and we were able to put together a 401k plan that allowed him to put 25% of his income, net income, away for the future, which is going to make a huge difference for his family. And so
That's amazing. So I know for a lot of business owners, they view their business as their kind of nest egg, and this is a way that they can now diversify and put it into some different areas.
Absolutely, it gives them because they now have one agency these agency owners really know their customers, business and individuals. They really know them. They're like a family. And now through the agency owners, I'm able to come in and show them the other side of financial services that maybe they're not seeing. There are business insurance that I can write. There are benefits that I can offer. I don't offer all the benefits, but the ones that I do make sense. And then I have a lot of partners in my BNI chapter. In fact, I partner a lot with there's a health insurance broker that is part of our BNI chapter that I partner with. There are so many avenues that BNI helps me to help my Allstate customer base.
I love that. So let's expand a little bit on that. So as you think about BNI, what have they been able to do in helping you and your practice?
I have to say that with BNI, it's made me even sharper, I think, because I thought I was pretty sharp, but not until I joined BNI, because it gave accountability. I've got these other 16 people that are my sales force, and I've learned how to train them and how to take on the information about their businesses, so that I can be able to share not only myself, but I can share my business partners, because they're my business partners. And there's a lot of educational opportunities. We have an education moment every single week. We do one-on-ones. I get to meet with not only my own chapter, but other chapters, and broaden my network. I thought my network was pretty broad before, and then with LinkedIn and the chamber, it's just expanded. It's huge.
I love to hear that. So I know one of the big questions at BNI is, who are you looking for? What's that niche market? How can we be a referral partner to Max? So anybody that might be listening or watching, how can they find someone for you?
One of the things that I found that is out there that maybe nobody really knows or is, it doesn't hit them are these business owners. I'm talking about these guys and gals that own repair shops. They own HVAC. They own all kinds of blue collar work that they're it's their lifeblood, and those are the people that if Sherman was talking to somebody, maybe getting your work done on your home, maybe getting your air conditioning done, maybe I can help you, help that, you can help that guy get maybe a longer term exit plan. Although I know you do some of the same business that I do, but there's so many people out there as those business owners. And in the Houston area, we've got so many people that have been laid off. All those people have life insurance with their work. And guess what? They don't anymore.
Right.
And they're getting older. Those are the people that I'd love to meet.
Wonderful. So it sounds like people that are owning their own business, and I think one of the phrases I think I heard you say, they either leave up with their feet first or they leave up with their head high, right? And so they either plan to leave or the plan becomes something that is invented for them.
Right.
And then the other one are people then in transition that might have lost some of their benefits. Sounds like you could be able to be of assistance to them as well.
Right, and with the people that I talk to in the agencies, a lot of those agency owners, believe it or not, that they are independent business owners, and they've been in business. Some of them been in business 30 years, and I've just now put together 401k plans for them, and which allows them to make their place with all of the life insurance, with all the insurance people that are out there, and all the agents that want to hire good insurance people. My agency owners can keep theirs, because guess what? They're offering benefits.
Yes, absolutely. So final thought, how can people get in touch with you, Max, if they want to be able to see what they can do as a business, or if they know people that are in transition that you should be reaching out to?
I have a website, which I hope it might be shown here. Best way to get a hold of me is through email, MaximoLopez@allstate.com, just like my name.
Okay, Maximo Lopez at allstate.com. All right, Max, well, thank you so much for coming in on the show, sharing that story with us. BNI Now, folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break and come back with some more of our wonderful members of BNI.
Right, thank you.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The NowMedia video business card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The NowMedia video business card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
Now, more than ever, having accurate and up-to-date bookkeeping is crucial for tax and operating cost optimization. Additionally, having a reliable outside bookkeeping company ensures your books are done correctly, and there is no need for the cost of a full-time accountant. RSM Bookkeeping and Tax Services, founded by veteran Ron Maldonado, can provide different bookkeeping packages to fit your company's needs. Assist with the installation of onboarding of QuickBooks, review your books for tax preparation, assist with the creation and registration of your company and obtaining your company's EIN number with the IRS. Tax services for individuals and businesses, for sales and use tax certificates, filing franchise and sales tax reports. Take a decisive step. Call Ron Maldonado at 281-610-7039 and let RSM Bookkeeping and Tax Services be a part of your success.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The NowMedia video business card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The NowMedia video business card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
That means realistically means that we
All right, everybody.
Fast.
Welcome back to BNI Now. This is Sherman, your guest host. I'm with Mutual of Omaha. You also recognize me from Biz Talk with Sherman Run every Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Super excited to be able to have Tony Batista here on the show. Welcome to BNI Now.
Sherman, a pleasure to be with you. A pleasure to be a part of this and to talk a little bit about Floors to Love and about BNI in general.
Now, first, let's hit it right out of the park. You were just talking right before we were coming right back on. What chapter of BNI are you in?
So, thank you for the opportunity. I belong to the River Oaks Hall of Fame chapter. And, I started out very early January of 2020. So, it's going to be 1 year now. We're right about to turn the corner of the year. And it's been an outstanding experience. One of the best experiences of my life.
Okay, so let's build upon that. Why was joining BNI so how's it been so powerful for you?
Sherman, I think it for a lot of us, we believe that we have a big network. BNI is the largest and most important network organization in the world. When I joined, obviously, River Oaks, the opportunity came up and we joined, and we hit 35 members within the first month, and that's what Hall of Fame means for BNI. There are only a very small amount of chapters that get to that size in that quick a time. So it's just been an outstanding experience to be sharing with all of these folks that are decision makers in their company, and we're all really helping each other out to grow the businesses.
Now, I have to take it, the name Floors to Love must mean that you're in the flooring business.
Well, thanks again. Floors to Love, I started the company 11 years ago. We have two locations, one in the Heights area in Houston and one in the Woodlands, so we're growing in both directions. The Heights has been around all 11 years is where we started, and we clearly do flooring, as was mentioned. We do every kind of flooring in terms of Our focus is more on the wood side. We do wood, we do tile, we do carpet, but the one that we do the most of is floors, which is the king of kings in terms of flooring.
And so for a lot of people trying to figure out what to put on that ground, how do you help people navigate that conversation?
Well, I have a saying, Sherman, that I say, if you step on it, it's my business, and that's realistically, I enjoy that. One of the things that we attempt to do when we meet with anyone is realistically, what can we do to improve the area, either their house or their business, whatever we tend to be working on, and there's few things you can do to your home or to your business that can grow the value of the place as much as doing the refurbishing or refinishing or replacing the floorings in the place.
Now, it's got to be pretty amazing right now with what's, a lot of people working from home, schooling from home. I got to imagine a lot of people are really looking at what they're standing on. Right?
And you're right on. We, as every other business in the world, when this thing first hit, we weren't sure what was going to happen, Sherman. So what happened is that we paused for a day, and we've been absolutely blessed to have been able to be considered essential, and we've continued to do as much work. As you mentioned, people tend to be more in their place of work now, whether it be your home or wherever else, and they seem to be looking around and saying, okay, that thing that they used to ignore when they used to go out to do something, now they're looking at it every day. So, they're picking up the phone and they're calling us, or they're going to our website and just making the call so that we can get out to give them an estimate.
That's wonderful. And so for you, as you've decided to join BNI, your business has been around for 11 years. What would make somebody that's a seasoned business owner decide to join a networking group? Like you mentioned, you already probably had a very deep network, thousands of clients at this point. What would make you decide to join BNI?
Sherman, not only had I been around for that amount of time in flooring, but I had a previous life, if you would. I was in a totally different industry. I was in the airline industry. I'm also a former Air Force veteran as well. So when I thought about joining, I really thought the same thing you're thinking. Do I really need to do that? As I mentioned earlier, it's been an incredible experience. The folks there are always looking for all of us to grow in that business. It's like having an extended sales force when we go out there, and obviously I do the same thing for the other businesses. So we try to catch up with what each other does in all of the one-on-ones that we do, and all of the things to know specifically how we can help each other.
And I know one of the great questions that BNI will ask each other, or you'll say, is who you're looking for. So again, use this platform as a way to kind of address that. Who are you looking for?
Well, specifically, and I'll look straight at the folks that are out there right now. No question that for us, the people that we're looking for is anyone that needs anything related to flooring, whether you need to replace it or whatever else. But more specifically, we're always teaming up with real estate agents. We're teaming up with builders that are important, with interior decorators. That's our bread and butter. In addition to that, we really are very close to many of the other, what we call home services folks. So if you're a painter, if you are an electrician, if you are a plumber, then we can always help each other out. So we're there in folks' homes. We tend to get the calls that we want to generate. So thanks for the opportunity to say that.
Absolutely. And so if people want to be able to get in touch with you as they're listening or viewing this, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Well,
guys?
we always instruct the folks when they call us up to go to our website. And our website is easy enough. It's floor plural, the number 2, and LUV.com, floorstolove.com. Clearly, our phone number is 713-446-5654. I'm proud to say that's been the same number for the 11 years of the company.
That's amazing. So really using some of the numbers and the abbreviated version of love, really forward thinking there. So floors to love, the number 2, and then love is an LUV.com. What a great way. So I see not everybody can see this because you're listening to this or you in podcast or the radio, but it's wood, tile, carpeting, and basically anything I can step on, you can figure out how to make sure it's comfortable.
Indeed. We want to make the appearance nowadays. Vinyl has become a real opportunity. It's an area that's grown tremendously. As you well know, we've had a lot of climate effects, if you would, in our area, and it's clearly people are looking for different sources. Vinyl is one of those areas that's developed, and it's incredible to look at vinyl nowadays. It's not our grandparents' type of vinyl that used to tear up whenever we moved the refrigerator. Nowadays, that stuff is just like having wood flooring, and as you know, wood floor just simply elevates the value of whatever property you're on.
Yeah, there's very few things when it comes to an entrance or an ambiance of a room like great flooring. Right?
No question about it. That foyer area, that entryway into your house, those areas that are visible as folks walk into your home, you want to make sure that those things are attractive. Sometimes, obviously, we're not interested in selling the house. We might just purchase the house. When we purchase a newly built or whatever else, we want it to look beautiful, of course, and that's one of the things that you can do the most of. Painting, flooring, no question about that, and we're in one of those games, and we want to make sure that people admire your place when they come into it.
Wonderful. Well, again, Tony, thanks so much for coming in. So you not only do you do residential, but you also do commercial as well, right?
Yes, we do. We do 90% of what we do ends up being residential. We're in people's homes every day, but we also do the commercial. As I tend to say, a floor is a floor is a floor, and we can handle it in any way, shape, or form. So we do everything from soups to nuts on what we do in terms of flooring.
Well, I know a lot of businesses are re-looking at their space to be able to either make it more inviting for the employees or get some more space in between the old cubicles. So really appreciate you coming on the show, Tony. Again, folks, floors with the S, tolove.com. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you, Chairman.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, everybody. BNI Now will be coming back right after the break.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The NowMedia video business card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The NowMedia video business card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
Hi, I'm Sandra Mendez Hassan, Executive Business Advisor, Key Business Strategist, and Management Specialist with Extraordinary HCBI. I work with business owners and executives to help them achieve their goals, implementing the right strategy, and developing leaders that turn their dreams into reality. Do you have a business idea and need to know how to launch it? Based on your vision, do you have the criteria or entrepreneurial mindset to achieve your goals? Do you have what it takes to motivate your team so they can be more proactive and productive? Would you like to learn how to get more clients and close more businesses? At Extraordinary HCBI, we take businesses to the next level by providing them with resources, counseling, and implementing strategies that works because we want your business to thrive. We also assist businesses and aspiring entrepreneurs on the initial steps of their business plan development, creating financial projections and guiding them on how to create a financial package that will work for their business. Because your success is our success, take a decisive step today and call me at 832-660-4291 and let Extraordinary HCBI turn your dreams into reality.
If you are a real estate agent and are looking for a reliable cleaning company to keep your houses for sale or rental properties impeccable, Sierra Cleaning Services is your solution. With more than 15 years of experience, Sierra Cleaning Services has been the company of reference for real estate agents in the areas of Houston, Katy, Cinco Ranch, Cypress, and the Woodlands. Sierra cleaning services include residential, commercial, and office cleaning, window and debris removal during all phases of construction projects, and cleaning homes and offices before and after the tenants move out. Contact Alfredo Sierra at 913-439-8157 today and let Sierra Cleaning Services be your partner in your cleaning project.
Welcome back to Biz Now with Sherman here. I'm your guest host, taking the place for Rick here. You might recognize me from Biz Talk with Sherman and also at Mutual Omaha. So here we are, wonderful guest here, Rochelle Park. Well, welcome to BNI Now.
Thank you very much, Sherman. Appreciate being here.
All right, so tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do professionally.
Yeah, sure. So I am the owner of City Publications Houston, and I am in the direct mail market. So I help folks or small businesses get their name in the hands of their potential customers.
Wonderful. So where people think that like the mailing business is dead, tell them why it's not.
Well, I'll tell you why it's not. Because of the pandemic. Everyone is at home and they're tired of the computer. They're tired of Zoom. And so they're actually checking their mailbox. In non-pandemic times, people check their mailbox. Over 80% of the people are actually checking their mailbox. And 60% of the people are excited to do it every day. And so imagine now during 2020 when everyone's sitting at home and they're tired of the computer and overwhelmed from the computer, that they're excited to check the mailbox. So I imagine it's probably close to 90% of people are checking their mailbox every day.
That's amazing. And do you see that there's a specific demographic that really is more influenced by getting that piece of mail?
Yeah, interesting enough, millennials actually look forward to getting mail more than other generations. I think because they have been raised on the screen so much that something live feels more real to them. So that's a really interesting, it was an interesting statistic for me to learn.
Absolutely, because I think a lot of times you and I think that because they grew up maybe on the cell phone or so close to technology that they would appreciate that, but surprisingly, because they never really got mail as a kid, this is now new to them.
Right. And not only that, they know what fake media is. They know what fake advertising is. And so when someone gets a piece of mail, they actually believe it more than they do than what's advertised online.
So one of the biggest struggles for companies, I got to imagine, is what to even put in this letter or this postcard, right? What to actually do. How do you guys help that individual there at your team?
That's a really good question. A lot of people advertise and they say it doesn't work for them. But then I look at their ad and I'm like, what are you offering? You know, are you helping your customer see why they should buy from you? And a lot of times they're not. They're giving too much information. They're confusing the customer by adding too many items. And if you think about some of those big advertisers like Coca-Cola, I mean, you know it's Coke, you know the red can. And so you want to keep it simple. It's the KISS system, right? Keep it simple, stupid.
Absolutely. And so for people, number one, you're in a chapter of BNI. Which chapter are you involved with?
I am in BNI Heights of Professionalism.
Okay. And then how long have you been a member of the BNI groups?
Right around a year.
Okay.
Yes.
And so what have they been, how's BNI benefited you in your business?
Wow, I can't even tell you. I opened my business right at a year ago, and I joined BNI soon after. And I have not only met wonderful people that I now call friends, but I've learned so much from other business owners, people who've been in business for years. And as I was just a very young business, I learned a lot. And they have all become advocates for me. So whenever they're speaking to other business owners or people they know, they'll be like, wow, have you even talked to Rochelle? She's with City Publications Houston. She does this direct mail advertising and this card deck that nobody else in Houston does. I mean, literally, nobody else in Houston does this. Yeah. And so they are my extension of my sales family, really. So it's really been fantastic.
That's wonderful. And so how did you get introduced to BNI? I don't think typically from a direct mail publishing that's the number one step to do when it comes to marketing.
Yeah, sure. So when I bought my franchise, my franchisor said, you need to join the BNI. They are great resources. And so I started looking around, and I also at the time had to hire a CPA. So I met with Dawn Sabo with Sabo Accounting, and she was a member of BNI Heights of Professionalism. She invited me, and I attended, and the rest is history.
That's amazing. So not only was it helpful for you from a business standpoint of you have some raving fans about what you do, but it sounds like then as a business owner to expand your own knowledge of being a business owner has been able to benefit you as well.
Oh, absolutely. I have learned so much about small businesses and how they really do make the world go and to make the United States work, and how we all can support each other. And also, like, do I need a bookkeeper? Yes, I do need a bookkeeper, and so I call BNI members. Who do you use? And do I need someone to help me with other aspects of marketing? Yes, I do. So we all help each other in different ways and utilizing their services and as well personally, but also with friends. I am always promoting my BNI members on my Facebook page, whether it's my business page or my personal page. People are asking, who does outdoor lighting? I'm like, well, here's who does outdoor lighting. It's, let's call out Kristen at Outdoor Lighting Perspectives.
That's amazing. And so you're finding that not only are the relationships for you from a professional level, but they're also helping your personal connections as well.
Absolutely. Like I said earlier, I've made several friends and just grown my village, as we say.
I love that. Yeah. So one of the great things here about BNI Now is we want to be able to let you leverage this podcast, this radio, this live video version as your extended BNI group. Right? Expanding BNI chapter. So what's an ideal referral for you?
Well, I love that question, but first I want to say thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. So ideal referral for me is a small to mid-sized business that is in the trades business. So anyone that's like a pool builder, a painter, anyone that works in or around the home. Also restaurants, professional services, and family entertainment.
Gotcha. So hopefully you met Tony Batista right before the guest before.
I didn't get to meet him, but I guarantee I will be contacting him for a one-to-one.
I love that. And so for those of you who are not familiar, then trades, you think about people that are touching the home, electricians, people in flooring, maybe even people that do alarm systems. Anybody else that kind of comes to mind to help people think about those trades?
Right. Maid services as well, landscapers, anything. Yes.
Okay. Wonderful. And what's the best way, Rochelle, for them to get in touch with you?
Well, they can email me at Rochelle, RACHELLE, at citypubhouston.com, or look at my website, citypubhouston.com, and of course, call or text 832-341-5667.
All right. So for those of you that hear the word pub, you think of the old British version of basically the bar, right? So that is not the case. She is not running one of those. citypubhouston.com. Great website to be able to see all the great things that you're able to do and help people deliver on that. So
yes,
wonderful.
But I will have a beer with them.
Not necessary, but she will definitely do that with you. And so for those of you that are watching this, you can see that Jonathan and the producers have brought up her website. You can see how you can get connected there and really promote your business in a really significant way.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, wonderful, Rochelle. I appreciate you coming in on the show and sharing your story with us.
Well, thank you so much, Sherman. It was nice to meet you as well.
All right. We're going to take a quick commercial break here, a word from our sponsors, and we'll come back with one more member of BNI.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The NowMedia video business card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The NowMedia video business card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
Hi, I'm Sandra Mendez-Hassan, Executive Business Advisor, Key Business Strategist, and Management Specialist with Extraordinary HCBI. I work with business owners and executives to help them achieve their goals, implementing the right strategy and developing leaders that turn their dreams into reality. Do you have a business idea and need to know how to launch it? Based on your vision, do you have the criteria or entrepreneurial mindset to achieve your goals? Do you have what it takes to motivate your team so they can be more proactive and productive? Would you like to learn how to get more clients and close more businesses? At Extraordinary HCBI, we take businesses to the next level by providing them with resources, counseling, and implementing strategies that works because we want your business to thrive. We also assist businesses and aspiring entrepreneurs on the initial steps of their business plan development, creating financial projections and guiding them on how to create a financial package that will work for their business. Because your success is our success, take a decisive step today and call me at 832-660-4291 and let Extraordinary HCBI turn your dreams into reality.
All right, welcome back to BNI Now. I'm your guest host, Sherman. You recognize me from Biz Talk with Sherman, also with Mutual of Omaha. Excited to be able to fill in here for Rick Gutierrez. Hope he's doing well and having a great weekend. So, very excited having Margie on the show with the Arius Group.
Yes.
You are with BNI, so welcome to BNI Now.
Thank you.
All right, so tell us a little bit about what you do over there at the Arius Group.
So we are financial coaches. We help Middle America learn more about their finances. We teach them about credit, what makes their scores go up and down, how to get in a home. If they're already in a home, how to bring their interest rate down and pay it off faster, how to prepare for retirement, life insurance, wills, all these things that people think that they don't really need, that they really need. We teach them how to do all that.
So it sounds like as a financial coach, you're really working with people really almost during their lifetime as these variety of different financial things change and occur.
Yes.
All right. So how long you been over there at the Arius Group?
I've been there for 11 years, but I've been in the financial industry over 30 years.
Okay, so a good amount of time.
Yes.
So right now, people like to know is what BNI chapter are you involved with?
I am in the Synergy chapter.
Okay. Where are you guys located geography-wise then?
We're located right there in the Heights. We meet at Harold's right there in the Heights, and we've got a great synergistic group. It's awesome group. I love them.
That's wonderful. And how long you been a member of BNI?
I've only been a member of BNI 1.5 years.
Okay. So with all this experience on this network, what prompted you to join BNI when you already have an amazing network going?
Well, I had been looking for a BNI chapter. It's kind of, you want to look for one that fits you, and this chapter kind of fit, and my seat was open, so I hold the life seat there, and we're all like a family. We return business back and forth. We help each other. We've become a team, and that's what BNI is all about.
Yeah, I love that. So really living up to that synergy name there. As you think about it specifically, kind of think about 2020. What's BNI been able to do for you?
I guess the biggest part for me and BNI is it's got me back into networking. Because a lot of times your business becomes stale. You do the mundane thing day after day, and it kind of got me back out there talking to more people and looking at different groups.
That's wonderful. And I think one of the great things that BNI does is it has you do those one-on-ones, right? Really get to know the other members in your group, to be able to have that influence. Have you found that you're able to educate a lot of times with people, especially with some of those really complex financial topics?
Yes, a lot of times when you sit down to do a one-on-one, those people do not really know what you do, and in other networking places you just go and pass cards around, but in BNI you actually have to sit down and speak to them and say, hey, what do you do? What do you like most about? You really get to know them, and that makes a huge difference. And they're like, well, wow, I didn't know you did that, or I didn't know your company did that. And so it really does help extend that educational piece.
That's wonderful. And so now that you're there at the Arius Group, what do you find most enjoyable being a financial coach?
Wow. I guess the biggest enjoyment is seeing the people grow financially. When they look at their accounts and they start growing and they can see their bills being paid down and they're like, hey, look, I paid this off, or I only have 5 years left on my house, or my investment account is up to this. So that hearing them be so excited about that, thinking they could have never accomplished that before and now they know they can, that's the biggest reward.
That's amazing. And so if people want to get in touch with you, if they're having a look at some of their financial needs at this particular time, what's a good way for them to get in touch with you?
They can reach me by email. My email is margieduncan@gmail.com, or my cell phone, 713-545-6830.
Okay, so spell that out for the people that might have downloaded this in podcast or in the radio format, for them, that email address.
The email address is margiduncan@gmail.com.
Perfect. So just want to be able to make sure that it's very clear for folks for them to be able to get in touch with you. And as you think about what's occurring right now, all the volatility, all the different transition that we're in right now, what's one of the key things that you're letting people know during this time, especially when it comes to their finances?
I think a lot of times during this COVID thing, it's an uncertainty if you're even going to live tomorrow. So what you really need to do is sit down and take care of your affairs. Life insurance, that's a must. Making sure you have your wills done. What would happen if you lost half your income, if you're a married spouse? Things like that. So it's important to sit down. I know everybody's busy with Christmas and stuff, but it's really important to sit down and say, hey, I'm going to take 40 minutes out and take care of this right now.
Yeah, it's one of those things I think that nags a lot of people in the back of their minds that they haven't yet addressed. And so now is a really good time to be able to do it.
Well, and then most of the services we offer are free. The education is free. The credit repair is free. The sitting down and giving you the plan is all free. So there's no reason for them not to.
That's amazing. So one of the things that we like to use this BNI Now for is an opportunity as if it's your own chapter. So what's a good referral, or who is a good referral for you, Margie?
A good referral is any family that's wanting to sit down and kind of plan, has put off planning and hasn't really made any kind of decisions, or has questions, or maybe just wants to look at what they already have.
Okay. And so if let's say I'm out and about and I'm talking with someone, how would I kind of know that they might be a good person for you to be introduced to?
Are they married? Do they have children? Do they have a house? Do they have debt?
All right. Which a lot of those things are going to be yes, yes, and yes.
Yes.
All right. Well, wonderful. Again, if you want to get a hold of Margie Duncan over at the Arias Group, you can get in touch with her at margieduncan@gmail.com. Or again, what's that phone number again to get in touch with you?
713-545-6830.
Oh, wonderful. Well, really appreciate you coming in. I know you're doing some impactful things and helping your clients navigate these particular times and also in the future. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Hear another word from our sponsors, and we'll be back.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The NowMedia video business card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The NowMedia video business card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
Now, more than ever, having accurate and up-to-date bookkeeping is crucial for tax and operating cost optimization. Additionally, having a reliable outside bookkeeping company ensures your books are done correctly, and there is no need for the cost of a full-time accountant. RSM Bookkeeping and Tax Services, founded by veteran Ron Maldonado, can provide different bookkeeping packages to fit your company's needs. Assist with the installation of onboarding of QuickBooks, review your books for tax preparation, assist with the creation and registration of your company and obtaining your company's EIN number with the IRS. Tax services for individuals and businesses, for sales and use tax certificates, filing franchise and sales tax reports. Take a decisive step. Call Ron Maldonado at 281-610-7039 and let RSM Bookkeeping and Tax Services be a part of your success.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The NowMedia video business card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The NowMedia video business card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
Welcome back to BNI Now. I'm your guest host, Sherman On. You might recognize me from Biz Talk with Sherman and also over at Mutual Omaha, taking the place of Rick Gutierrez as he is out today. So, final guest here on today's lightning episode, Dina. Welcome to BNI Now.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so let's introduce to the few people who might not know who you are and what you do professionally.
I'm Dina Musfie, and I work with Greenwood King Properties. I'm a residential realtor, and I've been doing it for 4 years now and loving it.
All right, so one of the things I always like to ask people is, how did you get started in real estate?
Well, for 15 years, I was a recruiter in staffing, and I guess it was always connecting people with jobs was really important to me, and making sure that the owners of the companies were happy with the staff that I was providing for them and stuff like that. So then it kind of just natural transition into finding the perfect home for people, kind of making that same marriage, making sure that everyone found the perfect home that fit their needs.
I love that. And that's truly what it is, right? It's trying to find that right match where some people might not like that house. Others, it's their dream house.
Yeah.
Right? And so what chapter of BNI are you involved with?
I'm in Synergy as well as Margie, the guest before. So we are in Synergy in the Heights. We meet at 3 o'clock on Thursdays at Harold's. As she said, we're a great group. We get along really well. We hang out. I think because we're a 3 o'clock in the afternoon meeting, it's not kind of one of those early meetings where you just kind of get together and leave. We actually that's the end of your day, and we just wrap it up, and we usually hang out and extend it so it gives us a chance to really get to know each other deeper than just kind of having a meeting and leaving and going about your day. So we're kind of ending our days together, and we tend to enjoy each other's company for longer. So that gives a stronger bond, a stronger sense of camaraderie, I think, and builds a stronger relationship. So it's more with our one-on-ones and all that kind of stuff to build that relationship. Most important thing in BNI. So you trust the people you're with, and once you become friends, it's the trust is even greater.
I like that. And she kind of mentioned, she kind of called it almost like a family, right? That family feel, that connectiveness.
Absolutely.
So we always like to ask people, what has BNI been able to do for you?
I mean, first of all, create a lot of great friendships, and then business-wise, I think just the connection you have with those people and how many of us can use each other and how we're really, I've been in it for 2 years now. The first year was a little challenging. As a realtor, I understand that that's, a big thing, a big ask from people to trust you with, such a huge purchase. Mm-hmm. But, this year I've bought and sold several of the members' houses and then other people that they've referred to me. I think that always starts when you do stuff with the members in your group and you get to know how they work, then you feel more confident in referring them out to others. And luckily I've built that great referral with the group and starting to get a lot of referrals. And I think what's great about it is like one referral has, there was one recently, I think she ended up using like 5 of us or 6 of us in the group just from one, job that I was able to refer to our audiovisual person, our lender, our insurance person, and, they all closed the business. So I guess that's the idea of BNI, is that we all kind of connect each other and work with each other.
Well, and then just the benefit as well. I was thinking about the customer that needed all those different services, just the hassle of having to find somebody, researching, doing all that time and looking at the reviews of complete strangers that might not know exactly what you're looking for. But here you guys are building this kind of nice team, and you can refer, and you have a good idea based on what you've either from one-on-ones and conversations, exactly how they're going to treat that person.
Also using them, before. Yeah. So I've seen their services. They've provided services for clients, it's been great service, so I will continue to refer them over and over again.
Well, now for a lot of people that are unfamiliar, it's December 2020. If you've downloaded this, maybe at a different time, the real estate residential market is on fire.
It is.
In Houston. I don't know how it is in other cities, but so we're glad to have you in on the show. As you think about kind of the residential real estate market right now, what are some of the advice that you're giving to buyers? And then also, what's some of the advice that you're giving to sellers right now?
And it is a very different market for both because, the sellers right now, it's like, hey, this is a great time to sell because there isn't a lot of inventory. Because there's so many buyers out there, the houses get eaten up so quickly. With interest rates, even people that a year ago couldn't afford a house, they look at their rent with the interest rates being so low, they can afford a house. They're paying less on a mortgage now than they are on their rent in some of these apartments in Houston or home rentals. So just letting them know that their money can go a lot further when they own something, as well as on the other side, telling the sellers, hey, get your house ready. If you're even thinking, a lot of people are feeling like they're outgrowing their space because they're having to work from home. They're not used to having their kids, their husband, their wife, everybody at home 24/7. That was kind of a shock to a lot of people this year. And I think that was what made a difference to a lot of people when outgrowing their home, wanting to look for new homes. So I'm like, this is a great time to list your home because there are a lot of buyers out there.
That's wonderful. So really, I think for a lot of people that are just either in a transition when it comes to their house, whether that's downsizing or expanding, they really should be having a conversation with someone like you right now.
Absolutely. I offer a free consultation to every client, no matter what they need, whether it's selling or buying. Buying, it's like we'll sit down, we'll talk about, I always have them make a list. When you're starting to search, make your list. Make your must-have list, your nice-to-have list, and your absolutely not list.
Okay.
So that helps me narrow down when I'm searching for you. Then, do you want to be close to work? Do you do activities on the weekends that you want to be close to? So we can start narrowing down the areas in Houston that you want to look at. I've lived in Houston my entire life. I went to Bel Air High School, went to U of H, go Cougs. And so it's just, I know Houston very well. So I live and breathe in the Heights, but I've sold in Cypress and Sugar Land and Woodlands and everywhere pretty much in Houston. But then with the selling side, what I think is unique for us at Greenwood King is we do offer a concierge service. So I'll go and meet with them, kind of figure out what their needs are. If the house doesn't need any work, then obviously we don't need the concierge service. But if they do need work on the house and they're just kind of really hesitant on spending the money on the house, do I get a return on my investment, or just really giving that cash out up front to do all this work on a house, we offer a unique service, which is concierge service, where we'll bring people over to the house. They'll assess your house. They'll tell you what will be the best return on your investment. They will pay for it up front. We'll pay for it as a company, and then you don't pay us back until the closing. So once you get your funds from the closing, that's when you'll pay for the services that you receive from the painters or whatever whatever work they did on your home.
Wonderful. What an amazing way to be able to help that house get ready to get sold when somebody might be afraid of putting that money up front.
Or just tight on cash up front, just tight on it and can't afford it right there, but then they're going to make money on their closing. So then they just pay for it there.
What an amazing opportunity. So when people can get in touch with you, what's the best way for them to reach out to you, Dina?
Cell phone is always the best. Text messages, whatever I answer. My cell phone is pretty much attached to me at all times, so I'm there for my clients to answer at any time. My phone number is 281-935-6993. If you need that again, 281-935-6993. Or you can check me out on my website, realtordina.com. That's realtordina.com.
Yeah. So Dina, for those of you that are listening to this, it's Dina with D-E-N-A.
Correct.
So only one N. So I know some people like to throw that extra one in there, I'm sure.
Yes, and they spell D-I-N-A all different ways. D-E-1-E-N-A.
That's
and
wonderful.
my last name's Musfie, M-U, S as in Sam, F as in Frank, Y. It sounds like S-S when you say it, so you have to spell it out all the time. So you can just Google me, look me up on HAR, find reviews on me, whatever you want.
Wonderful. So realtordina.com at the same time. What's that cell phone number again, Dina?
281-935-6993.
All right. Well, wonderful. Thanks again for coming in and talking about your experience with BNI, and also just sharing with us professionally what you're doing, how you're helping a lot of people get into those houses.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
All right. So final thing, using this BNI Now as your own BNI chapter, what's an ideal referral for you?
really anyone looking to buy, sell, or rent a home. I mean, I can even help with apartments. So really anyone looking for any kind of place, roof over their head, I can help them out.
All right, folks, you heard it there. If you need a place to live, talk to Dina. All right. Thanks again, everybody, for listening in. Thanks to all the guests that came in and shared their story. This is BNI Now, guest host Sherman with Mutual Omaha. Have a great week, everybody. Sherm's out.